Just quit that job. I just quit that job and it feels so good.
Here are 3 reasons why I quit my PhD and became an adult content creator.
I hate it. I don't know how people can sit at a job for working 8 hours a day.
I don't really want to work anymore. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to have to feel like I have to work every.
Be very careful with what you wish for. You might come to regret it later on in life.
I think for me personally, working is ruining my life.
Is anybody with me just enjoying your 15-minute break that you get? You get to work 5 days a week.
I hate when people ask me what's my dream job. Bitch, I don't have a dream job.
Modern women suddenly want to become wives. The working world is just too hard. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I remember somebody asked me, what's your dream job? And I just don't have one. Like sitting by a beach and still making money. Yeah, that's my dream job. Like the idea of having a dream job. Like shouldn't it be like a dream lifestyle or dream outcomes, not a dream job? Like I just don't relate.
I think for me personally, working is ruining my life. I don't want to do it anymore and it's going to be a hard pass from me.
You need a job.
No, I don't want a job.
Well, I know.
It's so much work. Here are 3 reasons why I quit my PhD and became an adult content creator. Believe it or not, but I actually have a science background and I was doing cancer research. The first reason why I quit is because I want to be my own boss. I want to have the full freedom and control over where, when, and how much I work. The second reason is also pretty obvious. I was overworked and underpaid. And the third reason was just the overall working environment. I don't agree with how academia works, and the working environment in my lab was super toxic. I really didn't like my boss. Of course, there were so many more factors that contributed to my decision, but it would take a really long time to explain it all.
When men shows adult content creation, it is sexual harassment. When women do, it is free decision. You could have used your capable brain elsewhere. You could be saving people. Very egoistic. How do you see yourself doing in 10 years when your looks fade? Or maybe you were bad in your job and choose the easiest way. Just saying. Now I understand her reasoning for quitting her job, but to jump into adult creation afterwards isn't any better. It will get toxic as well. And the toxicity will get even worse because the content that's posted on there is forever. Instead of finding another job, she chose to do OnlyFans and became her own boss at selling herself to the world. You go, girl.
I can't believe I have to go back to work tomorrow after 10 days off. I don't even remember what my job is. I definitely won't remember my passwords. The last 10 days, I have had the diet of Buddy the Elf, the sleep schedule of a toddler, and I don't remember the last time I wore pants that buttoned. I've just been wandering around the house in a bathrobe eating snacks. I probably don't even have pants that fit me anymore. On my last day of work, I threw out my work shoes because I was so overstimulated by them. I did not buy new ones. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful to have a job. I just kind of wish I didn't have to go to it.
I don't really want to work anymore. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to have to feel like I have to work every single day. I've been doing a lot of reading about women being in their feminine energy, and that's exactly how it worked back in the 50s. Obviously, things are a little bit better now, more rights, all of that. But it would be really nice to be able to focus on the things that women are biologically supposed to be doing. Instead, we're basically doing the same thing that men are biologically supposed to be doing. I don't really feel like doing that anymore. I also feel like money is a really big factor in relationship issues and eventually divorce. Also, a lot of data out there talking about men being the sole provider of the family typically makes a relationship just work more because the woman is more focused on the home and the house and the kids, which is a complete full-time job, by the way. Imagine saving money on childcare. I know there's a lot of opinions about this, but that's just mine. Leave me a comment if you agree or disagree with this.
Yeah, this sounds nice and all. But back then, women in the 50s were feminine and actually cared about the man, and not just the money. Those women would also help the man. So I don't know where women get this idea that women never used to work. And finally, if women really wanted to focus on things they were biologically supposed to be doing, they wouldn't be competing with men. Women fought for their rights to work, and the result is them complaining how hard the work is when they've been doing the same types of jobs for a century. It's just hilarious.
Any old woman I feel like I was raised to be a wife. I'm fully equipped. I feel like I check most of the boxes off. I am not perfect, but I feel like I was raised to be a wife in a generation full of men who barely even want girlfriends. What's going on?
Hey ladies, remember all the guys you friend-zoned when you were young? Another woman thought that person was perfect for her and married him. Check your friend zone. You might be surprised. Amen to this. I'm wife material. What's going on is the men that you once rejected have moved on. Why is it always when a woman reaches the age of 30, she all of a sudden wants to become a wife? The wife qualities must be already embedded in you. If you are still thriving through life searching for a husband and still can't find any, you're not wifey material. If you were, you would have been married by now. I really wonder what makes them think that they qualify. What's her checklist of being a good wife anyway? I'm curious.
I'm about to quit. You want to fight? Who the hell you talking to? Can you shut up? I'm on break. Leave me alone. What you gonna do, fire me? That is not my job.
I'll give you 3 reasons. 1, she's a female. 2, she's not a boy. And 3, and most importantly, she's a girl!
Are you stupid?
Whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why? Why did we do that? I am so tired. I want to just put my feet up. Like, I am, oh my God.
Funny video gave me a laugh, probably gave you a laugh. But realistically speaking, if you're contributing to your household, you're working in one way or another, regardless of if you are going to a 9-to-5 job or not. Generally speaking, stay-at-home moms aren't just doing nothing all day long. I mean, like, probably some of them are, let's be real. But women who work basically inside the home, they're raising children, they're taking care of their home, they're making sure their kids are in a clean environment, they're cooking, maybe they're growing food, maybe they're tending after livestock, maybe they're doing the shopping, maybe they're planning all the events. Are you getting a paycheck for being a stay-at-home mom? No, of course. But you are providing a whole lot of value in investing in the next generation.
Exactly. You are providing a whole lot of value for the next generation. The thing about that is when these feminists see stay-at-home mums, they attack them for playing that role and call them slaves to their husbands. One way or another, these women will be working doing something, either for their boss at work or for their husbands raising their kids in the house. A lot of women are wishing the latter option. Working for them is just too much.
I already have zero fucking desire to work, but whenever the weather gets warmer, I'm gonna want to quit my damn job. Like, the whole thing. Today's supposed to be like in the 70s, and I know for a fact I'm not supposed to be at this damn dealership. I know I'm supposed to be at home. If the UV is 7, I'm going to absolutely break something, because that is tanning UV. And I'm working.
Ever get ready for work? I don't want to go.
Women have a problem with submission because they view it as it's something that's negative. No. You should be able to submit to your man because you should be able to trust enough in his leadership. And a lot of the times when you men say like, oh, I don't want you going to a bar, I don't want you going to a club, it's because you're a fucking man. You know what happens there. Yeah. You know that men there just want to fuck. Or there's weirdos that want to like put shit in your drinks, or there's drama, or it's just a whole ass environment that you can't be there to protect your female if it came down to it. 100%. You would have to live with that guilt. Yeah. You know what I mean? She gets assaulted and you can't do nothing about the man that did that to her. You would live with that. And women don't understand that. They think it's control. No, your man's being a protector, as he should. And as a woman, you should respect it. You should honor the fact that your man can see the dangers that you can't. Simple as that.
That was beautifully said. Very few women actually understand this, and for the ones that don't when they realize it, it tends to be too late. They would call that man being insecure and controlling when all he's trying to do is protect his woman from danger. As a result, the relationship ends and someone ends up hurting. This is the hard pill that women today refuse to swallow, the truth that they call controlling.
Guys get friend-zoned.
But girls get fuck zoned. A boy stops talking to us suddenly after he gets a girlfriend, or starts ghosting us after we reject his first move. A friendship that we valued, we thought mattered, if only just a little to him, turned out not to matter at all. But in the end, we're the bad guys. We're the ones who lead the good guys on. Of course, we should just expect that's what you always want. We should just expect that friendship is never as valuable as a twist of our hand. They got friend-zoned. They only lost another girl, another rejection. But we lost a friend.
A man should not feel bad about ending a friendship after he has expressed romantic feelings for you and you don't feel the same, which is okay. Like, if you don't feel the same, you don't feel the same. But that does not mean that that man does not value friendship from females. No, because that man, he probably has enough friends. He's not looking to gain another friend. He's looking for his soulmate. A man should not be shamed when he does not want to put in the energy and effort into another friendship.
I shot down his attempt at starting a romance. Why does he not want to see me every day and be reminded I don't want him? That woman, no means no. Why would I hang around for you to take advantage of? Leave them with the, sorry, my wife is going to be my best friend, so I'm leaving that slot open for someone who appreciates me. He doesn't want to stay friends, because being around someone you love who doesn't love you is too painful. But his feelings don't matter, do they? After loving a woman for years and eventually watching her get married to someone else, I just don't want to do that to myself again. They want a man to be friends so they can get benefits of a boyfriend without providing sex. It's called self-respect. At a point, some guys are just tired of being in the friend zone and just want something more. These women will just drag that man along, knowing that he will never get a chance to actually be with them. The friend zone is where good guys gets played and teased while she's entertaining the guys she really wants. Do not set yourself for failure by putting yourself in that position. You will never graduate from that friend zone, and if you do, it's because nobody else wanted her.
I do not want to work for the rest of my life. Does it look like I want to get up at 6 a.m. every fucking day for the next 60 years? No, I'm too pretty for that.
Newsflash, my love. Beauty is a depreciating asset. Yes, your beauty will fade just like everybody else's. You are no exception. And once your beauty fades, you will have nothing to bring to the table. And once you don't have anything to bring to the table, the people that were giving you stuff because you were beautiful will take all of it back and you will be left with nothing, including no self-esteem. So instead of relying on your beauty to get ahead, why don't you go out there and get a damn job, get some skills, get some education, so when your beauty does fade, you have something to stand on, because relying on your beauty is a short-term play.
This is the reality check that these modern women need when they're complaining about work. They really believe that their beauty will carry them through life the whole way. By the way, splashing 10 pounds of makeup on your face isn't being beautiful. But her definition of financial freedom is relying on someone else for money and to keep up with her lifestyle. The only thing that can snap these women back to their senses is time.
If you're new here, I'm homeless.
Okay.
This is one of my boyfriend's place. He's in the other room, but I can't believe I was wasting my money on rent all this time. Life hack, if you're hot, do not ever pay rent.
I'm genuinely almost afraid to see where this is going.
You can literally just go on Hinge and stay at different guys' places for free every single night. And
No, that's a terrible idea. That sounds like a recipe for possible disaster. I mean, what could go wrong besides everything?
nothing bad has happened to me yet.
The key word there is yet.
I'll let you know how long I can keep going with this until I'm sleeping in my car.
I'm genuinely hoping that this is all just a joke.
Because they do only last a few nights and then they break up with me because they realize I'm using them. But so far so good.
So far, so good. Yeah, right. I'll say it again. I really hope that this is a joke and that they're not serious, because giving this type of advice is inviting disaster. As if there already wasn't enough reason for most people just not to want to date at all. Now they have to be aware of people that could possibly just be using them for a place to stay. What a world.
There's no way this woman is sleeping in these men's houses for free. She's most definitely getting smashed and passed around. This here is what you call a professional leecher, a creature men must avoid at all cost if they want any kind of peace in their lives. They also have another name. It's called hobosexual.
Does anyone else just love going to the grocery, planning your meal for the night, going home cooking? Like, wouldn't that just be so amazing to be able to do that stuff every day and not have to go to work? Like, get up, make myself and my husband's breakfast, pack his lunch for the day, take care of the house, clean up. And maybe I'm pushing it by saying working part-time. But the joy I find in doing these domesticated tasks, I love it so much.
I don't want to work anymore because I'm literally just working at a job that does not interest me and does not fulfill me. But I have to work at this job because otherwise I can't afford my rent and I can't afford my bills and I can't afford any food. And it just feels like this constant loop because I spend most of my days in a job that I don't want to be at, but I have to be at, and then when I'm not at this job, I'm too tired and drained to do anything but nothing. So I don't even advance in my life. And people say, like, get another job or whatever, but I don't want another job. I don't want to keep working for other people for the rest of my life. Like, I want to fulfill my dreams. I want to do what makes me happy. I don't want to keep fulfilling someone else's dream and making their business successful. Like, I want to make my business successful. I don't even have a business, but I would if I wasn't broke. It's just so shit that we all have to keep doing stuff that we don't even want to do just for the sake of survival. This is probably why we're all so unhappy. Anyway, rant over.
I don't even want my own business. I just want to be free. How do we escape this, please? This is exactly how I feel. I feel the same, and I'm 60. At least there's light at the end of the tunnel for me. The saying goes, if you want to work like men, you must handle the responsibilities, stress, and endure just like them. There's probably many men in the world who doesn't want to work as well, but because of their families and responsibilities, they push through. The last thing I've seen these men do is come online to complain about how hard their lives or jobs are. Frankly, even if they did, no one would care. This is something that men goes through all the time. If they were given the option to not work, I'm sure most of them would take it.
Why is it that we live in a world that, like, when we quit our job, we still have to show up the next day? Like, because, like, I thought the whole point of me, like, quitting was, like, I don't want to show up. Like, why? And, like, I get it, but, like, really? No. Oh, you just left your job. Oh, see you tomorrow.
So I just took the last week off from work because of the holidays and stuff, and it was one of the most refreshing, fun weeks I've had in a really long time. And it's 8:37 p.m. on January 1st, and I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I think I might cry or throw up, I don't know. Is it always gonna be like this?
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth.
My hot take is that when men don't want their wives to have a job, they don't want them to work, it's because they don't want their wives to have the ability to leave them. We all know that back before women could work, women stayed in unhappy marriages, they stayed in abusive marriages because they literally could not leave. And nowadays, there's really not a whole lot that men can offer women that we ourselves can't provide. Men keep proving over and over again that they are not emotionally aware, they're not emotionally competent, they don't pick up after themselves, they are basically a child that you have to live with. I'm sorry for the generalization, hashtag not all men, but like it is all men. Men know that we don't rely on them anymore to take care of us, and so when a man is saying that they don't want you to work, I'm just seeing red flags. They want to make sure that you do not have the ability to leave them when you get tired of their bullshit.
This can be looked at from many different angles. But my problem with this is the fact that wives will complain to their husbands how hard their work is and how they want to become housewives instead. But when a man offers them that solution, it's seen as him wanting financial control over her. If the guy has enough money to support his family, why is it seen as him wanting control when he has the ability to make it happen, especially if she's okay with the arrangement? It just seems to me they can't make up their minds. Not everything is about having control or power. Some people are actually trying to build a family.
Don't want to eat candy. But the parasites in me want the candy. I don't want to drink liquor. I don't like liquor. But the parasite, the demon in me, have lost the link.
This is for the lady who stood up for us whenever, you know, women were fighting for the right to work. Come here. Come here. Because, like, what? What were we fighting for? This is miserable. I hate it here.